To Oracle, and this reading for TAN. TAN wants to know, has he been cheating or is there marriage in the future? It's seemingly simple, right? I see marriage in the future. Look, you see everybody gathered around. You see the marriage. Well, if the marriage in the future, yes. Has he been cheating? Let's take a look at that part. Probably a little bit more complex than you may think offhand. So, the fairy wind or the chariot, basically. Um, it seems that he has a lot of different prospects, but he's sort of busy. I see a lot of different prospects, but he's busy. And he's busy doing things like working, trying to take care of himself and stuff like this. And he doesn't really have a lot of time for that, as well as he realizes that you're pretty observant and you're not really going to put up with that. So he clearly sees your idea of a relationship and what it is. Does he agree with it? No, he doesn't really agree with it fully. He doesn't really fully agree with it. And it's one of those things where you have to meet somewhere in the middle between what you expect and what he expects. By the way, we're using the Enchanted Forest Tarot today. So there's a space in between what you expect and what he expects that you need to come to. And with the Chariot, it looks like he has other opportunities, and he has sort of made kind of a connection with other people, as everyone does. So he has made a connection with other people, and he's looking around. I mean, every person always is looking around, whether they do anything or not. Maybe a different story. Well, not everybody, but I mean, a lot of people look around. So it seems like he has indeed looked around. However, he understands what your expectations and what your design of the relationship is. Now, it looks like that maybe you don't have a lot of flexibility as far as what he wants, and he does realize that you don't have as much flexibility as he's looking for. So it's one of those things where you could sort of ease up on the flexibility, or sort of ease up to where you want the relationship to go and the speed that you want the relationship to move and things like that. So the Chariot with the Green Mother, again, he's going to take time in order to get to that point to where he's going to be happy in the relationship. So he does have other prospects. You can clearly see other prospects. He has several other prospects, but it's sort of that thing to where he realizes that the risk is not really worth the reward. So again, it's one of those things to where marriage is possible. Is marriage in the future? That's going to be more up to you than him. I think that his vision of the relationship, again, is going to be drastically different than yours, and you're going to have some flexibility, and he's going to have some flexibility as well. But he does realize what your expectations are. I think long term, it's one of those things to where both of you will start questioning whether you want the relationship to continue. So, one of those, is the relationship worth it? Is this going to be something that I want to do forever? Is this somebody I'm going to be with forever? And is this somebody that I can trust? So clearly you have already trust issues with the question starting out with, is he be cheating? So you probably want to work on that a bit in order to have a long-term healthy relationship with that. So he's not cheating. He's looking around. I think that you're kind of looking other places as well. So this is not a hard, firm relationship that's going to be right now in a marriage situation. To get into a marriage situation, you both need to work on, number one, trust, and sort of get that level of trust that you want. You're going to have to work on an open communication of what you think the relationship should be. Because again, you have two different ideas of where you want to go, And in order to get the place that you want to go, you're going to have a lot of open communication. You have to be, up front and say, this is what I'm expecting. And then be flexible enough to where you hear what he is expecting. You may want to work that out. So he's going to need to be flexible. You're going to need to be flexible. You're both going to have to work on sort of the trust issues. But right now he seems sort of busy. He seems really busy. He doesn't have a lot of time for that kind of garbage. He seems that he just wants a stable relationship, and that's basically, what makes him happy at this point. So if he can get a stable relationship with you, then that's going to be just fine. He likes many aspects of you. Of course, he doesn't like other aspects of you as well, but that's the nature of relationships. So again, you're going to have to work on that mutual trust. You have to work on the open communication. Right now, I don't see a lot of open communication. I see a lot of things going on behind the scenes. I see a lot of him talking about you and maybe not having the best as far as communication goes. But I think if you work on that, it is possible. And I do see the Council of Animals, in other words, sort of a gathering of a marriage. I do see that within the future. Now, the Ace of Challenges, again, we're talking about the open communication or beginning that communication that's not there. So it's something to work on, something that you're going to have to sort of parse through. Not going to be easy, because when you hear what I think he expects from the relationship, you're going to be quite startled at some things. So again, be flexible, be reasonable, and overall, I think it's possible. So yes, no, he's too busy to be cheating, and yes, marriage is possible, but it's going to take the beginning of that communication. So a lot of things that aren't there currently. So basically, if you work on it, yes. So that is my reading. If you would like a reading of your own, please email me at the email address in the description. And as always, hit like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.